Hey, my name's James and I am a wedding photographer based in Kent. This is just a quick video to say what I take on a typical wedding day. I have a wedding tomorrow and as I was packing my bag I thought why not get it all out of my bag and make a little video about it. So first up, I shoot Nikon Mirrorless. This is my trusty Z5. So with the Nikon Z5 I use it as my main. I typically stay really 90% of the day on one lens, which is my 85mm 1.8s. Also in my bag I have the Nikon Z6, which this video is being currently filmed with. That's got the 35mm f1.8s lens. I typically don't really use the 35 that much. Since I've gone mirrorless though, it's a lot easier to use. I've come from the D810 and it's just the focusing is like quite fun with the mirrorless. So next up we have the GoPro Hero 8. It's got a couple of bits of funky resin glue on there with a cold shoe cover or hot shoe cover, but purely because I'm going to start using it as behind the scenes camera for YouTube. So first of all, using that tomorrow, so look forward to that video. A bit of a random one, I had this new card called a tappy card, so people can scan it, and I've set up links to my Instagram and my phone number and website and things like that. It's also pretty good because I deliver galleries to my clients with PickTime, and PickTime lets you set up a pre-registration link to the gallery, so anyone who scans this, give it to a guest who's interested, they can sign up for the gallery straight away on the day. Okay, so next up is my dual camera strap. It's leather, I bought it from Etsy. Got a bit of brand in there, PS Wedding Photography, just so people know who I am on the day. So I have both my cameras hanging off that. I don't really like taking too much to a wedding. I always get paranoid about losing things, and because obviously we spend quite a lot of money on gear, we don't want it to go missing. I like to travel light, so I have the two lenses. Also have a speed light here. I have the Godox 862, I think it's called, or Mac 2. And also paired with a 8200. Now I don't really use the 8200 that much. It's really good to use off-camera flash. I don't really use off-camera flash, but when I do, here's my Godox trigger. I prefer just to have the Godox V860 on my camera just as an on-camera flash. I like bouncing and things like that. I feel like when you put stands up, it just complicates things. And as I do photo and video as one person, it complicates things. The more gear I take to a wedding, the more gear I've got to worry about. Second up, as I was saying about stands and stuff, this is the only stand I really take to a wedding. It's a Joby flexible gorilla pod or gorilla mount. So that's pretty good to use my 8200. I can tie it up into a tree or something like that, so just so it's out of the way. Next up, I have a couple of chargers. It's fail safe really, just in case I lose some batteries or they go missing, or just fail safe really. So it's always good to have that, especially as these third-party chargers, they're not the best, and sometimes it will say a battery's charging when it's not. Sometimes it won't say it's charging at all when it is. So that is why I take the official one with me. Next up, it's my Bluetooth speaker made by JBL. It's pretty good because I can clip it onto my camera strap pretty easily, have it dangling off, and when we're doing couples photos, we can listen to some music. It's always quite good to turn up to getting ready as well in the morning with a speaker, because typically it's something that they forget, and yeah, it's good to have a speaker with you. Next up, randomly, I bought these white balance cards the other day off Amazon, and they're pretty good. I always have an issue with tungsten lighting and things like that, and I found out a way of how to actually measure the white balance using like Nikon's custom white balance feature. So I just put that in front of the camera and it takes a reading. I don't really use it that much, but sometimes the lights are really, really yellow or blue, and it just really helps. Last up, because I do photo and video, on the top of my bag I have two Zoom F2s, which are little audio recorders which I can plug a lav in, which I'm using one right now actually, and a Sony TX650. Quite a lot of videographers use these. They're actually originally for like meetings and things like that. but they're really good quality, and it's really good to just clip one onto a microphone when speeches happen, or you can quickly just pop it in someone's pocket and it'll cover audio nicely. Actually, a new addition to my camera bag is the DJI Mini 2 drone. There's the controller. The controller's a lot bigger than the actual drone, you can see. And I've got some ND filters as well for that, made by Freewell. I don't use it at every wedding. I've only used it at one wedding so far. But I won't be using it tomorrow because my wedding's in central London and it'll probably get shot down. But yeah, cheers for watching. And oh, and this big bag here you saw in the intro video, that's just got all my batteries and things like that. I take about 7 batteries. People wondering about the battery life for the Nikon Z5. I recently did a wedding. I shot 2,500 photos on one battery, so that gives you an idea about how inaccurate Nikon's estimates are for their own original batteries, which is quite surprising. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, give me a like, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.